Divested black females hate mixed women. They hate white women, but love white men. If a white man gets with a black woman, has a baby with her, the black woman hates mixed women and white women. So as a white man, why would you get a woman who hates your mother? Why would you get with a woman that's going to produce a child that she hates? Because she's been jealous of mixed women and white women her whole life. A lot of these black females been jealous of mixed women and white women their whole lives. But they love white men. Man. I want you guys to witness how stupid these black females are on these TikTok videos. Just dumb. No common sense. And you wonder why niggas don't want to deal with them outside of sex.
Best combination and have the longest marriages. I have a question. Why do you guys think that is in comparison to any other interracial dating mixture? Black women with white men last the longest. I want to hear your opinion, and then I'll post why I believe this is the case.
All right, let me give you my opinion, right? Let me tell you something. You know why some of those relationships work? Some of them. The reason why, because the black woman come to the relationship with white male worship. Feeling like she hit the jackpot because she got a white man. So it's easier for her to fall in line with that structure because she already worshiped white people in white society. So when she gets a white man, she falls in line. It's not that the white man is masculine. It's not that the white man truly stands for anything. It's a symbol. Like for a black woman who's a bedwench to get with a white man, that's a dream come true. So she's gonna fall in line and act accordingly. You dig what I'm saying? Like for a black woman who's a bedwench or a black woman who has bedwench fantasies, she gets with a white man that fulfills everything. Her dreams have came true.
Oh, please don't get mad at me. Listen, I'm just going to give the facts.
Uh-oh, here go Big Shirley. Nobody cares about what Big Shirley thinks, man. I'm like, since when did we start valuing what Big Shirley had to say about dating and relationships? Since when? Come on, Big Shirley.
And y'all do with it what you want. All right. But there's this thing called conflict resolution. And you have types of people. So they say that white women and black men have the same style, and that black women and white men have the same style.
That's more reason to not fuck with black women. Listen to them, and there's more reason to not fuck with them. The white man was the oppressor of America. So if you as a black woman have more in common with a white man, that's more reason for black men to get rid of you and never deal with you again. Seriously. You see how stupid these black women sound? And then they're so surprised why black men don't want to marry black women. You got more in common with a white man than a black man. Why would a black man be foolish enough to marry your dumb ass, knowing that that's really the case? Come on, man.
Now, I'm going to tell you what those styles are.
Listen to this stupid. Look, bro, and there's a lot of truth to that. Black women think like white men, especially when they start working for corporate America, especially when they become successful. They start thinking just like white men, which is why you can't deal with them.
And because those two different types have the highest compatibility, that's why they gravitate to each other the way they do. Now, do with it what you will.
The drive, the confidence, the outspokenness, they find it extremely attractive. They'll even encourage it. On the other hand, black men find this outspokenness and confidence as a threat. We can see it with the obsession that most black men have with humbling black women. Like, okay, you're allowed to be confident, but not too confident because then you're not attractive.
Listen, let me tell you something. White men don't deal with black women's bullshit on a day-to-day basis. So they can find your ignorance to be attractive. As a black man who deals with you on an everyday basis, we don't find your ignorance attractive. It's a fetish to a white man because it's the opposite of what he's used to dealing with. But trust me, nobody really wants that. It's nothing but a fetish and a sexual thing. You know, white men who have these secret fetishes for black women, these sexual fetishes, they see black women as wild, untamed animals that they would love to have a sexual fling with. Somebody tell me I'm lying. They look at black women as these wild, untamed animals that they would just love to have a sexual fling with. Let's go. Black women are too stupid for me, bro. Black women are too fucking stupid, bro. This is why you can't be in no serious relationship with them. They're dumb. They lack common sense. They don't see the obvious.
My experience, I feel like black men.
Look at this fat woman with a blonde wig. Listen, bro. We don't care what women like this think because she represents everything that we don't want in a woman. Why we don't care about her opinion? Because she represents everything we don't want in a woman. She's overweight. She got a blonde wig in her head. She's not feminine. Why do we care about her opinion? Let's continue.
Okay, so I was interracially married. This is just my personal opinion, my experience. I feel like black men do not trust a black woman's judgment for whatever reason. My husband trusted my judgment. When I said, honey, this feels wrong, he said, okay. I explained to him why, and then there was no argument.
Listen, if somebody says something that makes sense, I can acknowledge it if it actually makes sense. But I'm not going to sit up there and roll with some bullshit just because you feel a certain way. Hell nah.
I feel like black men, but like it always has to be a power struggle between you and your woman. And it does not. There was no power struggle between me and my husband, who was Caucasian. Like,
okay, how come you're not with that white man now? And I guarantee you, this black woman, she's gonna get with a black man. And some simp ass nigga is gonna take this fat woman with this blonde wig that was married to a white man. You niggas have no self-esteem. You niggas have no standards. They get married to white men, have children, and then somehow goes back to a black man. And you as a black man have such low standards that you sit up there and tolerate it. And you deal with this woman that's fat, blonde wig, and kids that she had with a white man. Come on, dog.
none. He trusted me and I trusted him. And that was our dynamic. And couples that I see that are black and white, where, you know, they're in a relationship with a black woman and a white man, they have that same dynamic.
Well, black women bring that awareness that white men don't have. That awareness can make them more empathetic, more compassionate.
Oh, wow. So basically, you're going to get the white man. The black woman's going to get the white man to be more empathetic. How come he didn't quit whipping your ass during slavery? And you know what I mean? And humping on you whenever he felt like it. But the white man was so empathetic when it came to the black cause, when it came to the plight of black women. The white man was so empathetic. You sound pathetic talking as nonsense.
Bringing awareness, bringing that compassion, that empathy to a white man kind of enhances his life because he can be a whole.
She's gonna enhance that white man's life so that he can stop being racist, so that he can feel sorry for black people. Why do black women feel like they can push their guilt on white men to get them to stop being racist? Black women gotta be stupid.
Power structures at beat. Bringing awareness, bringing that compassion, that empathy to a white man kind of enhances his life because he can be a wholer person. And when you're a whole person, you feel more enhanced in yourself. You feel better in yourself. So I feel like black women bring more wholeness to white men, and actually they appreciate that and they tend to stay in those relationships. Secondly, white men, due to the opportunities, again, that white socialization has, they tend to make more money. They tend to have more safety and security just by being white in the Western world. I feel like as a black woman, you take on that sort of wealth of opportunity.
Oh my God. Like if you see any black woman talking like this, she's a freaking airhead.
They tend to make more money. They tend to have more safety and security just by being white in the Western world. I feel like as a black woman, you take you take on that sort of wealth of opportunity, you take on that wealth of safety that they have. So it actually benefits Black women as well. And usually what I see is that when Black women tend to date white men, they don't tend to date them because they're white. They tend to date them because they're being treated well.
So historically, white men has treated Black women and Black people in particular well. These females are idiots. Why would any man want to deal with it?
Wealth of safety that they have. So it actually benefits Black women as well. And usually what I see is that when Black women tend to date white men, they don't tend to date them because they're white. They tend to date them because they're being treated well by them, which means white men have to come with some level of empathy and compassion even before they get into that relationship, because as a partner to a Black woman, you kind of have to take on our own emotional labor. Just living in the world as a Black woman, you kind of have to deal with the fact that we don't get paid as much. We get treated worse by everyone, you know? So usually you're already dealing with someone who's a little bit more whole, and Black women are already dealing with someone who kind of cares for them. So they tend to get.
Hey, shout out to my girl Trinity for the 20. Black women, dark-skinned Black females like this are very jealous of mixed women, are very jealous of white women. Why? Because they got to pay for hair that those women grow naturally. Yes, they are very jealous. And on top of that, they feel like those are the women that the men want. So they got more than one reason to be jealous of white women and mixed women. They feel like men with money want those women, and they got to buy the hair that those women grow naturally. They have multiple reasons to be jealous of those women. What am I talking about? Dark-skinned Black women with wigs. You dig?
I'm married to a white man, and he loved when I switch it up. Like, I get my hair slayed. I do have to do my own hair because I'm not paying them prices.
Right. But yeah, as a few other Black girls have stated about their white partners, my husband loves my natural hair. And it's always a nice surprise when he says it too, because like when I'm walking around the house, just, you know, have my hair hanging out normal, he says it. He's like, "Oh, I love when you wear your hair like that." And it's a nice surprise because I don't really think about what he thinks about my appearance. I know that sounds weird, but I've never really cared what a man thought of how. I mean,
like hair, and it's a whole different situation. I was still with my husband, then boyfriend, when I was in South Africa. Like my hair was slayed because, like, obviously, my sisters' salons, everything was there.
Man, there's tons of bed wenches in Africa who are looking for white saviors. Tons of them.
But as soon as I moved here, like my hair journey, I had dreadlocks. I had to cut them off because like no one who's gonna crochet my hair. The nearest salon is in Paris. I'm in the south of France. What are we gonna do about that? And I'm really thinking of getting my dreadlocks back, but like it's a thing that I have to like think about and be like, okay, I have to learn how to crochet my own hair. It's a yeah. But then the another thing is that my white husband, he like really encourages like messy hair. Like he doesn't know the difference.
When I got married to my husband, we moved to Michigan and we didn't have any family out here or any friends. So I basically had to rebuild my life. And a big part of rebuilding your life as a Black woman is finding someone who can do your hair, especially if you can't do your hair yourself. Like I can do a ponytail, I can do a flat twist, but I can't do anything. The joke that's going around TikTok about you can tell if a Black woman is married to a white.
You're going to see some of the dumbest women that you ever heard in your life on TikTok. I repeat, you're going to see some of the dumbest women that you ever heard in your life making videos on TikTok. I promise you, man.
The way how they spoke to me, same here. Like 10 years ago when I met my husband, I was living in Miami. We had Dominicans hairdressers on every block. I could get my hair done for like $25, and I moved to like Dallas, but like the suburbs of Dallas, and it's never been the same. It's never been the same.
You can tell if a Black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks.
This is a super interesting thing to me because there are all kinds of little jokes about Black women who are married to white men having like bad wigs. And by bad wigs, I mean, you can either tell like it's a cheap wig or like their weave isn't right. Like you can see new growth, blah, blah, blah. The thing that has always stood out to me when I was dating, and I dated lots of different ethnicities of men, was that Black men.
Let me tell you something. These Black women who date all these other races of men, they're airheads, bro. Anytime you meet a black woman and she tell you, well, I've been with all these different races of men, run away from her. Don't deal with her. That's the worst black woman you could ever deal with. A black woman who's been with all these different races of men. You definitely don't want a woman like that, bro. You definitely don't want a woman like that. She has no loyalty. She's all over the place. I would never take a broad like that serious. Once a broad get to telling me she been with these other races, I lose interest immediately. And so should you.